Hello, fellow viewers. This is Raf the Expert, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll be talking about Zoom, the application Zoom. We're on Zoom already. I have some applications that are open. But actually, before I continue um, to talk, I would like to say that it's important for you to know that starting the online teaching isn't so easy, but you have to start from somewhere anyways, regardless. When I started, the year I started, I didn't know that I'm going to start the online teaching. I got in touch with an opportunity, but just know that before that opportunity came, I already had a laptop. So situations presented itself. I took it seriously when I got to start working with with a school that was technologically inclined. And in as much as no matter how a school is technologically inclined, let me tell you that uh, you cannot completely depend on salary. The workload in such schools will still be a lot. They are going to take your time regardless. So you should also be thinking of how to scale up. And when I saw the work at hand, I knew that there was need for me to get another laptop. In as much as I had a laptop before and I sold it out, I needed to get that one. So I got a laptop eventually about 3 years back, and not exactly 3 years back, like towards the end of 2023 slash January, first week in January. So after getting that, I did not start teaching online. I was using to teach in a classroom. I was improving my skills at different technical issues and all of that, learning different tools to improve and upgrade my teaching methodologies. And by the end of that section, I got in touch with someone that wanted me to teach in their home for their child. Before that started, I really had issue with that. In short, that was not the first time they approached me. I didn't want to teach at their whole house, and I haven't did that for the summer. But before I did that for the August, I told them it's not going to take, like, it's just going to be 1 month. So the solution was online teaching, and that was my first student that I started teaching online. It was really strenuous, and you may probably guess how much I started out with um at that time. So, but it was a starting point for me, and I could call it a learning process for me. So I delivered, of course, but it was really stressful for me who was starting out. So when you're starting out, you may start getting scared of the screen. Like you start having some kind of phobia for screen or phobia for laptop, because the work will be there. I remember clearly that I was using my phone. Sometimes I'll use my laptop. As much as I had a laptop, there is still what they call a battery backup. Sometimes when battery backup is not there, you don't have any choice but to use your phone. And I did not really enjoy using my phone like that because I wanted to get so used to using my system to be able to do more things on my screen and multitask easily. And so I had to discipline myself to be doing that. It wasn't easy though. So eventually I started, and my first go to video conferencing app was the Zoom. The Zoom you're seeing here. So let's quickly get in. I've created this. Let me show you how to schedule. Mm. So looking at this is how it looks like right now. It was a bit different when I started. So you can easily change from by clicking that and say, okay, should never repeat. Of course, notice that I clicked on schedule. I didn't click on new meeting because new meeting will show you new meeting, right? You don't want like new meeting like right now. You want something that will last, like, and you don't want to. So if it's not new meeting, you want to schedule, and you're not. If it's not joining meeting, you want to schedule. So you can try that out. I did not choose never. So what I chose was, is that you choose daily, and you just have one link that goes round the clock, or you can choose, yeah, daily, right? You can choose daily at so time. Another one you can use is okay, and you can choose all day. So you see, you can choose daily where you just go here, you choose 000, and you choose that it should end around 23:45, and you can just choose all day. So that was what I did. I don't need to create another one, and you just change the name to whatever you like, and you can come here to settings here and change this. If you don't like this code, you can put words that you can remember, like stars, um growth. You can change it to something, leaders. You can change the passcode to something else. You can activate waiting room. Waiting room is a very good option. People who are going to be at the waiting room until you admit them into your meeting. If not, anybody that has the link could just easily have access to your meeting. You don't like that. So even if they have the passcode and they've imputed it, until you admit them into the meeting, they cannot get in. So there are other options, other things you can check up on that. Then you save. On this, I'm not going to save it. I already have one meeting already. That is all day. Yeah, so I have two meetings already. That's all day, and I have this one that is from 11 to 23:45. Let's just go straight to this. So I created this specifically for my channel, and let's start the meeting. I'm not going to put on my video. It's going to contradict the one that is already on. So let's just go straight into the meeting. Let's understand how to use this. Note there are several tabs. So this is just like the video aspect of it. Note that Zoom has several other features. Let's start from the audio. You can mute yourself and you can unmute, as you can see. And that thing is, you have the options to choose what. I'm using Steel Series, so I have a software that I use for my microphone and speaker to clear out noise, right? And the headset I'm using is a noise cancellation headset, but that wasn't enough. I needed to use a software like Steel Series Sonar to improve my audio. So you can test your audio, and you can also test your microphone here. And you can also test your microphone here. So you end the test and that's all. And you can do the same for videos, video setting. My video won't come on because it's off right now. And you can choose any, depending on how many cameras you've plugged in. There are other options like appearance. You can touch up your appearance, your virtual background. So you see, you can use several virtual backgrounds to suit what you want. You can also choose avatars and all of that, video filters and all of that. That's exactly what you want to do. So I'm not using video. So participant is where you see everybody that's in a meeting. Chat is where you want to send people. And here what you want to do is you want to personalize the chat that they should only chat you, especially in a group section. When you are dealing with a group section like of several people, if you want them to pay attention to you, not chatting directly with other participants in the meeting, you want to limit the chatting to just like only to the host and co-host. All right. Then The react the react icon button there is where you can respond. You can tell the host, oh, you have something to say by clicking on raise your hand, and after the host has probably permitted you, you lower your hand back. Same thing if you were to be the host of the meeting, people could raise their hand and lower their hand. Sometimes you want to tell them to react while the meeting is going on, so you can, it's just like an icebreaker, so you can tell their mood and tell if they are following depending on the scenario. You can also share your screen. You see, you can share your screen, you can share some Windows applications. You can go here. So these are the Windows applications that are open, and still choose to share the sound or not share the sound of that screen application. You see, Zoom is so multi purpose here. You have whiteboard. You can share the Zoom whiteboard in the meeting. You can share Google Zoom Docs here. There's Google Docs, but Zoom has their docs. You have Note. If you have Note you've taken down before now, you want to discuss in the meeting, you can share that. And there are other things you can open like and share in the meeting. As you can see, OneDrive here, Google Drive is here. Several other things are here that you can share. Then the next one is the host tool. So you see the host tool, there are several things you can choose to log the meeting, hide profiles, enable wait, which are enabled, and there are several other things you can do while the meeting is on. You can also choose to record to computer, or it's just going to automatically record to the clouds. Then we have AI companion. This helps you to summarize the meeting if you activate it. If it's activated and running your meeting, it could kind of summarize what happened in the meeting. Zoom will always have their way to monetize every feature in the Zoom applications. This whiteboard we have in Zoom is also monetized. You can use more than 3 editable whiteboards. So once you have 3 editable whiteboards and you open a 4th whiteboard, the previous one would be on view only until, unless you duplicate it, and when you duplicate it, it's going to like open like a fresh whiteboard, then you can edit. Aside from that, you may need to delete your newer whiteboards to edit the previous ones. Yeah, that's what it is. Then you have the apps. So there are several apps on Zoom, like the timer. I use the timer for to prep exam classes, prep students when I give taxes. So the exam timer is very important. If you want to use this, okay, let's see. Let's see the app. Okay, for some reasons it's not reachable. Okay, let's refresh and see. So these are all the apps in Zoom, and let's try to open the timer again. Uh, okay, okay. Yeah. So this is a timer here. So let's just see. We are going to time using 1 second. 1 minute. It has already started. As you can see, it's already showing up in the meeting, right? So the timing is going on, and once the timing is out, it's going to make some sound. And you can also choose to show time on your video, but the only way you can do that is if your video is on. And like I said, I'm not putting on the video here. I already have my video running in OBS. So the next thing you want to do is okay, you can check other applications. If you have your virtual background, this is where you can choose other backgrounds. I like using things that look like library. So if I want to search for something that looks like library, I'll just search for like professional library, and it's going to just give me some backgrounds that are clear. Yeah. So you see our timer is up. Yeah. timer is up, and we can stop that timer for now. All right. So looking at this virtual background, you can see we have some virtual backgrounds here that we can use in our meetings. Uh, this looks good, so you can just set background if you want to use it. I think that's what you will likely be using most. There is music and there's group photo. You can also try that out. Then we have the record. If you want to record your meeting right now, you can just click record and
Recording
it's
in
going to say
progress.
recording in progress. And whenever you have taken the recording of what where you want, really know that this recording in progress is going to announce to everybody that you're recording. So you may want to get a screen recording tool instead of using the inbuilt Zoom recording, especially when you are teaching. You can use a screen recording tool like OBS or ScreenPal. OBS is free and professional. It can record everything on your screen. Then you can use ScreenPal. ScreenPal is a screen recorder, but OBS is very professional. You can choose to record your screen, you can choose to record your screen and camera, and all of that things. Let's stop recording for now.
Recording
Then,
stopped.
yeah, recording stopped. So another thing, we've talked about the whiteboard. So if I just open a new whiteboard, it's going to open in the meeting. And if I don't want it to open in the meeting like this, notes. I have this graphics tablet that I used to write in meetings. So that's exactly what I'm just going to use. I'm going to just connect that his SAP, and when the whiteboard finish finally opens, I can scribble on it. So it's taking some time to load. This happens. Sometimes it loads quickly, depending on how fast it loads up that day and network. All right. So we have docs. This is also Zoom docs. Zoom docs is also another thing that you can use. Right, to organize your notes and organize. It's like Google Docs. You can type in it and all of that. But since I started using OneNote, I think I prefer it. Then show captions. So as I'm talking, if you click on show captions, it can actually be saying what you're saying there and everybody will see what you're talking about. The whiteboard don't seems to be loading yet. Let's reload it. Then I can hide the caption, right? The transcript continues from when I started showing captions. It will keep showing and I can save the transcript afterwards. Then more, there's breakout room. When you're teaching group classes, sometimes you may need a breakout room to give them separate tasks, unit tasks, and you are going to regulate that. Of course, it should not be the breakout room should not be for so long. Then there is notes. I've mentioned notes before. You can take notes and you can choose to also share your notes in the meeting. Okay, this is not opening the meeting, but we can share screen. And if we share screen, let's specifically share. Yeah, if I share screen right now, what you see is this. I can choose to open my most recent whiteboard. This is my most recent whiteboard with the student. This is like Zoom whiteboard, but it's not open in the meeting. So it's open outside the meeting, and you can scribble. You see full screen as well, and multi-purpose. So you can scribble. Can use to write. You can insert something from your device, and indeed that was how after downloading the red graph paper and converting to PDF, you see I'm able to insert a graph here, and you see what it is. You can move around the graph like this. You can zoom out like this. You can zoom in. All right. So let's zoom out a bit, then select the select tool, and then we can choose to lock So this is everything about, let's just stop sharing. Oh, you can also annotate. So when you're sharing your screen, you can also annotate. Same with, if you allow people that are in the meeting to annotate, they'll also be able to annotate. You know that this annotation, it's not saving on your whiteboard, it's just on the screen. You can choose to clear it. It's on the screen directly. So once you close this, if you want to clear the annotation, you have to open it and clear it. You see, this eraser does not work on the whiteboard because the whiteboard is unique from the annotation tool. If you want to erase on the whiteboard, you have to select the erasing tool and try to erase this, as you can see. And I can just choose to delete by unlocking and deleting if I don't want it anymore. So you see, you can try out other things on the Zoom whiteboard. Let's stop sharing for now. And trust me, this is everything about Zoom. One of these days, I will talk about Google Meet. Aside from Zoom, I used PowerPoint. Yes, I shared PowerPoint. Those are some other things you can share. Like I said, document you can share. Then when you go to advanced, you can share maybe your iPhone or iPad. You can share your PowerPoint as background. You can share a portion of your screen. You can share a video file. You can share a second camera. Um, you can share your computer audio alone. All right. You see, there are a lot of things to do. So one of the things I was using most was like this PowerPoint as background. But right now, at my level of teaching, I prefer to share my PowerPoint application itself, so I can use the animations in the PowerPoint and also present in full screen. Do you understand? So this is exactly everything I can say about Zoom. In my next video, I'll talk about Google Meet. Don't forget to subscribe if you are gaining value from this video and you love the content you are listening to. Thank you. Take care. Bye for now. Yeah, bye.